unique, hidden gem, diamond in the rough indie horror film with one flaw. The ending. I absolutely despise this ending because this film was such a great movie. What? Let's get this video started. How's it going, everyone? I'm Mike Starr, and on today's video we will be reviewing none other than the 2024 indie horror film directed by Tillman Singer, starring Hunter Schafer and Martin Koskas, and that movie is Cuckoo. Yes, Cuckoo, available for streaming on the Vudu, Apple TV and Amazon Prime streaming services. But was this film any good? Well, stay tuned to the end of the video because we will be going over the pros and cons, not to mention the logline of this movie. So, what's this film about? Well, the logline essentially is about this young girl that moves to the German Alps to be with her father because her mother dies, when she starts working at this hotel, when all these strange occurrences start to happen, starting the night she starts working there, when she's on her bicycle riding home, when this crazy creature starts to chase her in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the night, when she wounds up in the ER room. But what do I think of this film out of 10? Well, I give this film a solid score out of 10. Stay tuned till after my pros and cons. Going over what I liked and what I didn't like about this movie. Well, starting off with what I liked about this movie, the pros. Well, I love the soundtrack to this movie. It's got that really 80s synth kind of composition, very similar to that of the 2011 action film starring Ryan Gosling, Drive. Very, very similar. I definitely love the location of where it was shot in the German Alps. I love the countryside of Germany. I had no idea that it was that beautiful. And last but not least, I think the fact that the story was unique and original really stood out to me. But what I didn't like is, of course, the ending. It ended quite abruptly, very complicated and unusual, with no backstory to the ending and no backstory of how this kind of creature thing came to be. It touched on it a little bit, but not exactly enough for you to understand how it became this creature. So, what did I rate this film out of 10? Well, I give this film a solid score out of 10. I give it an 8 out of 10 for those reasons and those reasons alone. Now, this film had a little budget of $7 million and it unfortunately flopped at the box office. With a $6.7 million gross, this film was a flop. But I feel that it will gain a huge cult following in the years to come, being that it was a very unique, obscure, strange, and just one-of-a-kind kind of indie horror film that deserves more recognition. The film had a 103-minute runtime, and last but not least, this film holds a 78% on Rotten Tomatoes with an audience score of 62%, and I feel that these scores are very fair with the movie because it was great, but it definitely was a letdown in the third act. The first two acts held up great. The last act was a disappointment. But that's it for my video review of the Cuckoo 2024, available for streaming now on those services. Thank you all for watching. I'm Mike Starr. If you've liked this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment me down below with any questions you may have about this movie. If you've seen it, what you thought of it, or if you haven't seen it and you got some questions about it, I'll message you ASAP. But also, don't forget to check out my previous video. I'll put a link in the description to where you can watch it. But I'm out of everyone. I'll catch you on my next video. But until then, have a good night.